Reading 2. You will listen to the recording of this profile, then you are to answer the questions on the Google Doc that was shared with you in Schoology. Words set him free. This teen grew up unable to walk. He had a choice to give up or to find a life that was uniquely his own. Page 209. Poetry can change lives. Ikiwa Alder Bendelez is living proof. Ikiwa was born with several serious diseases. He needed to use a wheelchair to get around, but when this young man discovered poetry, his life changed forever. A big change. Ikiwa was born in a rural Mexican village. At birth, doctors said that he had cerebral palsy and paralytic sclerosis. These diseases bent his back and made his legs weak. They made him dependent on others for everything. When Ikiwa was little, kids his age played outside. Unlike his friends, Ikiwa had to stay inside. He couldn't walk without braces. He required help to perform simple tasks like walking downstairs. I couldn't just go climb a tree, says Ikiwa. As the years went by, Ikiwa felt like he was missing out on his youth. He didn't feel involved in the fun other kids were having. Finding happiness was a challenge. Discovering poetry. Ever since he was little, Ikiwa's parents read poetry to him. By the time he turned 10, Ikiwa was writing poetry himself. He was able to express his ideas and feelings. He discovered a talent that was all his own. At age 12, Ikiwa published a book of poetry. At age 14, he produced a second book. 2 years later, his third book came out. Many people admired Ikiwa's unique voice. Suddenly, he felt connected to the world rather than isolated from it. He even initiated new friendships. Page 210. Still suffering. By age 15, Ikiwa had become famous as a poet, but he was still suffering because of his curved spine. Doctors said that if it curved anymore, it would affect Ikiwa's speech and breathing. They recommended immediate surgery. Ikiwa's parents tried to find help. They sent Ikiwa's x-rays to Dr. Roy Nuzzo, a top surgeon in New York City. They also sent Ikiwa's poetry because Dr. Nuzzo was a poet too. He felt a bond with Ikiwa. He offered to operate for free. Road to recovery. The operation took 10 hours. Doctors inserted rods, screws, and wires to alter Ikiwa's spine. Now Ikiwa's back is stronger, and he can get around with a walker. Doctors are positive that Ikiwa is on the road to recovery. Today, Ikiwa's life is very different than it was when he grew up. Rather than being dependent on others, Ikiwa can get around by himself. His home is still in Mexico, but now he travels around the world. While he remains close to his family, Ikiwa also has many friends and admirers. Poetry has made a dramatic difference in Ikiwa's life. Words have truly set him free. From the poem Nothing, abridged, by Ikiwa Alder Belenzer. I feel like a tree that has no branches, like a warrior that has failed his mission. Locked in a room with no door, no way out, the earth like empty streets. No birds singing, only cars rushing by. I feel like nothing. The worst of thieves has robbed my smile. I know nothing, and nothing knows me. Now that the reading is finished, you are to open up the Google Doc and go ahead and start working on it. Remember, make sure you submit the document even if it's not finished.